What is up, Remodelites? Dave here with RemodelMedia. And in this episode of Quick Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a subscriber shout out to Yesim730 for calling me out. In my video about faucet finishes, I completely skipped two pretty big categories, and I'm going to dive into those right now. All right, Remodelites. So for the last 14 years, I've helped people put together kitchens, baths, outdoor kitchens, and various other home renovation projects. I've heard lots of different questions, so if you're new here, consider subscribing. In my video about which faucet finish is the best and how long each finish tends to last, I'll go ahead and put a link to the video right here. Yesim730 said, what about black or stainless steel? That's a really good question because black is a super hot color this year. So here's a few things you need to know. First off, most black faucets that are either matte black or glossy black fall into a category of powder coat. Now, you heard me talk a little bit about powder coat when we talked about the oil rub bronze finish, so a lot of what I said there applies here. It's a hard, durable painted shell, very similar to the way they paint your car. It's a very hard, durable shell, and you can wax it if you want to, and it will protect it. Not super necessary. There's not a lot of friction going on unless you're using something really, really intense to scrub that faucet. You're going to be okay. You have your glossy black, you have your matte black, and then you have your black stainless or black chrome. Now, black stainless and black chrome are just darkened versions of, or black nickel as well. Basically just darkened versions of those three finishes. Chrome is a shiny, silvery kind of a color, and black chrome is just a little bit darker than that. It's got like a black undercoating under the chrome. And black nickel, same way, except it's got a little bit more of a yellow hint to it. And then black stainless, very popular with appliances, but also becoming more popular with kitchen faucets as well. And I'll put a link to some of my favorite faucet finishes in the description below. So if you want a black stainless kitchen faucet or something similar, I highly recommend Brizo's Luxe Steel, which looks very much like a black stainless look. I did a whole video on it when I went to KBiz. You can check that out right here. When it comes to the stainless steel category of faucets, now there's two main types. There's some faucets that are essentially just a brushed nickel, but the company calls it stainless because it looks like stainless. But it's really just a brushed nickel. And there are some faucets that are legitimately plated in or carved out of stainless steel. Brands like KWC have both. They have their Splendure steel finish, but they also have like a legitimate stainless steel finish. Now, the only reason one would be more appropriate than the other would be specifically to somebody who has a nickel allergy. I have met some customers, admittedly it's only, in 14 years I've only met like 2 or 3 of them, but people that have a nickel allergy that cannot touch nickel without having some sort of a skin reaction. That's probably the primary reason somebody would stay away from a false stainless steel and go with a true stainless steel. Another really good reason to go with solid stainless is if you're putting the faucet outdoors or on a boat or something like that. So, for example, let's say you're putting in a Napoleon barbecue, not sponsored. I just like their stuff. They gave me a free hat. It's cool. Anyway, let's say you are putting in an outdoor barbecue island and you want a bar sink out there so you can throw some ice in there and put in some beers and some wine coolers and your White Claw, whatever it is you drink, I don't judge. You're going to put a sink out there, you're going to put a faucet out there, and you want something that is going to withstand the elements, things like sun beating on it and things like wind and rain, and especially out here in California, the closer you get to the beach, the more salt there is in the air. So in general, having a solid, real stainless steel faucet outside is going to hold up better than something that is not really stainless. And let's say it's like a zinc composite metal that's been plated like a nickel finish to look like stainless. So those are some things you need to keep in mind when you're picking either a black or a stainless or a black stainless faucet for your kitchen or bath. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description below to some of my favorite faucets in each category, and keep those comments coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with all your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.